Hello, guys, and welcome to. Okay, first off, the worst thing that could happen happened. I recorded this video and I yapped on for about 40 minutes, more than 40 minutes. I think it was like 42 minutes, and I didn't press record. Uh, I just recorded my voice and I didn't record the screen. So I'm here to rectify that. I'm going to keep the yapping a bit less this time. So, as you can see from the title, today we're going to rank the GTA 4 characters, just the base game characters, based on how much I like them, how much good I think they are. But first, I want to give a bit of an update on the channel. If you're new here, which I think you must be because my channel itself is quite new. I've been posting regularly, since very recently. So I post more quote unquote well-made videos, more edits, more memes, but this is going to be a chill video, and I'm not going to make a habit of doing chill videos like this, but I think maybe I'll sprinkle them around from time to time. I'm not a very good orator, as I think has been proved by how much I've spoken right now and yapped instead of talking efficiently, but if I do this going forward, then I'm probably going to do a well-made video one week, then a chill video like this where I talk over gameplay or just do stuff like this the next week. But I'm not sure about that. And I got kind of lazy with this video, which I wanted to post a week after I made my GTA 4 video, but now I'm posting it along with my new important video, good video, whatever, Sleeping Dogs. But anyway, with that being said, let's get on with the tier. So this girl, I haven't dated this girl. I know she's supposed to be dateable and she's kind of crazy, I think. So I'm going to keep her for last. I was going to delete this guy because there's nothing to say about this guy in this game. So whatever. Let's start with Bernie. I don't remember where I placed him. I think I placed him in, yeah, C, because I like his character. I think he's good, but there's one conversation with Nico which sort of brings him down in my opinion, because it feels like the game is kind of preaching to us to tolerate gay people or accept gay people, because Nico kind of says like, "Oh, who am I to tell you about your how you live, man?" Like something like that. And just Nico is from a third world country. He's a very rugged man. It just kind of seems difficult to believe that. It's all right to believe that he would be okay with gay people, but the way he's so accepting and preachy almost kind of felt like Bernie was being used for didactic purposes instead of natural character development in that scene. I think maybe Nico could have had some qualms about him being gay, but later come to befriend him. That would have been a good character arc. But yeah, that's why I think he's C. C is like not the worst. It's kind of bad, but so he's gonna be there. It's okay. Brucey is going to be A because Brucey is awesome. This ranking is according to not how amazing the character is in all regards, but consider what role the character is playing, what position he fills in the story, and how good he fills that. So although Brucey is not a very deep character, he's just there for entertainment. He does that very well, and he's not just entertainment. Like, he's not just the butt of all the jokes like Lamar in GTA 5, I think, who is just there for a running gag that, okay, Lamar does something stupid, then Franklin has to bail him out. No, Brucey is capable. He has his own garage, he has his website, he gets girls like he says he does, even though maybe it's not for the reason he says. So he's a very entertaining, very interesting character. Interesting, not interesting. I think there's one downside to him, that Nico, except I don't know why Nico is friends with him. I understand why Brucey likes Nico, because he likes everything manly, but Nico, why is he friends with him? But he's very entertaining, so he goes in A. Soboho, I don't know her real name, she goes in C because, or B. She's alright. I don't know where I placed her in the last video, but she's like a gold digger type, but she's a bit more loving than that. So I don't know. I'll just put her in C. I don't know at all. Darko is gonna go in B. I think he's not A because he just has such a limited role in the game, but yeah, he fulfills that very well. His scene with Nico is excellent. That is a very touching moment or gut wrenching moment. I don't know what to say, but it's very memorable, definitely. But I don't think I can put him above B because, yeah, that's it. We know so little of him, everything about him. Uh, the reason why we care about him is because we care about Nico. So Nico's in B. Then this guy, what was his name? Derek McCreary. He's also gonna go in B. He's just, yeah, he's there. He's interesting enough for what he is. He's just a drunkard, and he knows he's washed out. But yeah, we have to take care of him because we are being paid to do so by his brothers. Nothing more than that. Dimitri F. Easy. He's the worst villain in GTA 4. Worst character in GTA 4. 100%. He's just so lame. His betrayal is understandable. It was foreshadowed. I don't have any problems with that. But the character Dimitri becomes after the betrayal versus who he was before are so different. You could take the Dimitri after the betrayal and replace him with a random character, and you just wouldn't notice based on his mannerisms because he just. They should have kept some bit of his cowardice. His manipulation intact even after the betrayal because he's just a totally different, totally one-dimensional character after that. This guy Derek. Derek? Oh, Dwayne. Yeah, Dwayne Forge. He's gonna go in D because I think he's very good in the in the missions themselves. When we first meet him, it's really nice. I think he's that jaded guy who comes back after a long time from prison, and Playboy is just like he doesn't care about him, but he's pretending to care about him, and he's all jaded and saying people quick to forget. Some people, ain't that the truth? And uh, and after that, when we get to his own missions, I think the writing quality comes just a bit down because they focus on his depression a lot, and some of it is too blunt, like Nico saying, "Oh, you remind me of me," and and then that quality comes way down when we make him a friend. If we make him a friend, I guess that was the reason why it was made. It was given to the C team or something. I don't know because it's optional, but I don't know who would pick Playboy over this guy to befriend. So Dwayne, every time we meet Dwayne and he enters our car, we start a conversation. He immediately goes about his, oh dad, my dad, this, that, is trauma dumping, and that's fine. But he's a hardcore baller. He came from a life of crime. I don't think it's likely that in real life anyone from the background that Dwayne is from would open up to another criminal so freely. There's just nothing else they talk about except his trauma. Yeah, that's why I think it's pretty heavy and it's not very good at all. Francis McCreary, he goes in B's above them. Yeah, he's quite good. I think that he's supposed to be the character who thinks he's the good guy, but but he's actually not. He's kind of slimy. But I think there are characters who do this better than he does it. The way his role is played about, I think we've seen that before. And yeah, it's good, but it's not the best. Gay Tony in GTA 4, the base game doesn't have anything to offer. He's just a one-note character, so he's gonna go in D. He's not even one note. He's not even a character. I should have deleted him. But I thought because even though he's a DLC character, he does appear in GTA 4, the base game, so I decided to put him in. But yeah, we just see him one time, whatever. Jared. Yeah, he's better than this guy. But again, Jerry, he has a great starting point, but we don't really see his relationship with Nico develop at all because they both care about family a lot, and that's why Jerry eventually comes to respect Nico, along with the fact that Nico can get things done, which also Jerry is the kind of guy who would respect that. He's kind of like Tony Soprano, I think. If you watch The Sopranos, where he's really big physically as well, so he keeps pushing his weight around. So when he sees someone else who can get things done, who is a solid guy, he respects them. And that could have developed further, but it doesn't. He gets sent to prison really quick, and after that, there isn't a big deal made out of his sentence, at least from Nico's perspective. So yeah, he's gonna go in B. Gracie, I think is good, but obviously not as good as them. She's there's one part. If you haven't watched my GTA 4 video, then you should. What really bugged me is that with Gracie, we got a smidgen of Nico's reality, his cruelty, when he slaps Gracie, because Gracie is one of the characters who's really innocent in this game. I know she comes from a crime family, but she herself hasn't done really anything wrong. But Nico kidnaps her. There's a scene where he slaps her and tells her, "Oh, yeah, smile for daddy," and he clicks a photo of her and sends it to her dad. I think that there should have been more of that, but mostly it's turned into a joke with how Gracie is so annoying that basically what was that? O. Henry's story, the Red Chieftain or something like that, where kidnappers kidnap a person and the person is so annoying that even the kidnappers are like, bruh, we give up on, like, we can't take any more of this. And so they kind of play it for jokes, but I think this was a great opportunity to show that Nico is actually a brutal criminal. But they kind of wasted that, I think. But Gracie by herself, when we meet her later in the world, she kind of calls upon her brothers, not brothers, guys from her family gang, to kill Nico, and they don't succeed. But that's a nice bit of world building. It fleshes out the world. So I'm gonna put her in B still. This guy, I think he's a good he's a good enough character, but I think he's a bad villain. He's the type of guy who is smart enough to know he's not that smart. So he's kind of stuck in a high position. He's the leader of his own family, but he can't get to the level of of the other family members. Not other family members, sorry, other families in Liberty City. He's from Alderney, so they kind of treat him as an outsider, not a real mob boss. But when he turns into a villain, we don't really get to see a lot of him. So I think he's better than Greasy, better than Derek even. I think maybe not better than Jerry. This guy Johnny in the base game is better than this gay Tony. He's a badass, and people even kind of hype him up to be a badass. So he's gonna be in B, I think. Yeah, at the end of B, because we don't really get to know him or anything. But he's cool. He's someone who can get things done. Yeah, he has an aura about him in the base game. So yeah, this guy he's very generic. He's someone who we've seen this guy a lot of times, honestly. The old mob boss who talks about loyalty, and back in his days, family meant something like that. He's not that hard into it, but he's got connections, and even when he's dying, he's got connections with the UL paper guy, I think. Where is he? Yeah, anyway, he's not that interesting. Moving on, Katie, she is D or C? I put her in C last time, but I don't know if I should do this. Yeah, I think she's pretty bad. Worse than Dwayne? Yeah, she's worse than Dwayne. Oh no, I think this is the best, right? Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, she's going to be here. Yeah, she's one of those characters again. I think we'll recognize her from a lot of different media. In a lot of different stories, there are these characters who are supposed to be the shining light in a world that is very bleak, and the only kind of moment of grace for our main character. And she's just very one-dimensional. She's just that. She doesn't have anything else going on for her. It feels really like she was just set up to die so that the game can tug at her heartstrings, and I don't like that kind of manipulation, so she goes in D. Better than Dimitri though. Logic, Kiki. Yeah, she's gonna go in. I like her. I think she's pretty interesting for an optional dateable character, because she's got kind of a split personality. She really loves us, but I don't know if you could call that love. She's kind of aggressively attracted to us, and if we break up with her, she kind of goes a bit crazy on our ass. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, better than these guys. Jacob. This guy is gonna go in the top of A tier for now because he's just his friendship with Nico is so believable because immediately when they first meet, they recognize each other as capable men. Maybe it takes Nico a bit of time, but Jacob immediately realizes that Nico can take care of himself, and they bond over their friendships with their. Jacob has his friendship with Batman, and Nico has his relationship with Roman, and they kind of talk about how loyalty is important, how brother is important, and their friendship just really makes sense. And Jacob obviously proves his loyalty to Nico, not just through words but through action when he supports him. And later in his optional dialogue, we actually see that start to crack a little bit, not with Nico but with Batman, because earlier Jacob is like, I'll do anything for Batman, but later on he's like, Batman is going a bit too crazy. I don't know what I'd do if push comes to shove. So I think he's really good. Elisabetta Torre, she is a B character. She is better than I think I'll put her. She's a really good character, but we just see so little of her. She's that girl who has to be kind of macho to match with a predominantly male-dominated field. Yeah, but okay, I'm gonna be yapping over and over again, so let's get moving. Luis is not as good as him in GTA 4. Yeah, we don't get to see him at all, so he's gonna go here. Mallory, I think Mallory is really good, but I have to put her in C. But she's going to be the best of C. Maybe no, yeah, below Bernie. Because her infidelity with Roman, I think it could have been fleshed out more, but it's kind of passed over. I don't know if it's an American thing, but Roman just forgives her for cheating on him with Vlad. I don't even know if they were actually in a relationship at that time, but yeah, how can you marry someone if you know that they cheated on you? But I guess Roman also cheats on her a lot, so it doesn't matter. I don't know. But besides that, she's a really good character. I think I would even put her in B, but yeah, just a bit of wasted potential, that's all. Manny Escuela, he's generic. I can't say he's better than these guys. He's just, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm rushing through these. Michelle, Karen. Yeah, she's pretty good. I think her what they say, betrayal was set up very well. She's our dialogue later on is a bit generic, like, "Oh, you're a good guy, Nico. Better than the creeps I normally date." I feel like I've heard that line so many times in movies or whatever. But yeah, I think perceptive players would have caught on that there was something wrong with her. I played this game first time when I was a kid. I was a teenager, so maybe I was too stupid to recognize that something was wrong with her, but I didn't figure it out. So I think that was good. I'm gonna put her here. Yeah. Mikael Faustin. I haven't really followed GTA 4 communities likes and dislikes a lot, but I feel like a lot of people would have liked Faustin a lot. But I'm gonna put him as, he's one note. He's played very well. He's very interesting. He has an aura, but he doesn't have a lot more. So I'm gonna put him here. Yeah, that's fine. Nico Bellic. I have to talk on this guy a little bit because most people would put him in S, I think, but he is going to go in A. Yeah, even lower than Jacob, because Nico, I talk about this in my video. I hint about it, but I'm going to talk about it a bit here. Nico is a bit too perfect. He has the perfect comeback for all situations. We never get to see his truly cruel side. All of his problems that he talks about cruelty and, I've become a hollow person, whatever, the important things happen before he comes to Liberty City. Once he comes to Liberty City, he has been very good. He's only forced into crime again because Roman lied to him. He didn't want to do crime. And I think that aspect, the criminal aspect of his life, could be highlighted more. We could have seen about it more instead of just hearing him talk about it. That's why I'm going to go. It's not in S, but he's still A because we spend so much time with him, and his softer side is, of course, really. You can't help but feel for the guy uh, and grow to like him. He's still well written. I just think that he's a bit too perfect. That's why he's in A. Packy, he's going to go in B, but I don't know where. Yeah, dark. Yeah, over here. He's really good. I think he's good for what he is, but again, when it comes to his optional dialogue, he just immediately starts talking about his trauma and his father beating him and whatever, which just, which, I know it characterizes him, but it just doesn't feel realistic at all when GTA 4 is all about immersion. But in the missions, he's pretty nice. His relationship with Nico again is believable. They are very different people, but still it makes sense why they respect each other. And yeah, I think he's good. Bell, he's again one of the normal guys. Yeah, this game does normal people really well. Bell is just someone who knows his place. He knows that he shouldn't step out of line, and when he knows when to put his head under the sheets, and he knows who to trust, like Nico. That's why he's. But he's there's nothing, not a lot that happens with him. So he's gonna be in B, but yeah, he's gonna be there. Playboy X, he's gonna be in A. Better than Nico. Maybe not better than Nico, but the reason why he's a bit lower than I would have liked is we don't get to see a lot of him, but what we do get to see is so amazing. It is incredible. He's the type of person who you recognize from real life, someone who is just a smartass. He's a manipulator, but like a lot of great manipulators, he has even deceived himself. He thinks that he is the golden goose. He can do no wrong. All his enemies, they're the bad guys, actual bad guys, not just bad guys to him. He reminds me again to bring Sopranos into the question, into the topic. If you watched it, Tony's mother, Tony's mom, is obviously manipulative. She wants bad things to happen to people around her, but she convinces herself that they are out to get her. And although Playboy is not like that because he doesn't have a lot of enemies, he's just convinced himself that he is a great person. Whenever negative feelings arise, he pushes them towards other people and makes himself the good guy. He's just great. But there is one person who's kind of like that, but even better. That is Ray Bacino, and he is going in as amazing character. He's the best villain in the game. Fuck Dimitri, not as a person that, oh, I hate Dimitri, what he did to Nico. No, he sucks as a character. Ray didn't deserve to go out like that, man. I remember he dies so unceremoniously. We don't get to talk to him at the end. We just shoot him in a car. Bro, that's so unsatisfying. He is the type of person who is so deceptive, who is so manipulative, but he can get things done. His boss Jimmy Pecorino, he keeps going on about that he's a good owner. Phil says that he's a good owner, and we're not just told about it. He actually, he's the one that gets us Florian Kravitz, right? Yeah, he actually agrees to help Nico and gets the job done. He's capable, but if you side with him, then he will bring you down because he's sort of his own worst enemy. He's very clever, he's talented, but he's just a bit too ambitious, a bit too clever for his own good. He shoots himself in the foot from time to time. He can't make friends because he sees other family members as competition, and he sees his boss as someone he has to smooch in order to go up the ranks. He's a great villain. Roman is also gonna go in S because Roman is just so lovable. He has so many problems, but he still goes in S because he's lovable. I don't know what to say. He's really lovable. But the twist in Roman Sorrow, the mission Roman Sorrow, oh, good thing I scraped the previous video because I didn't talk about this. I don't know how you guys felt when we first started the game, but I really did feel like Roman was, like, what a stupid guy. He keeps getting himself into trouble. We as Nico have to keep bailing him out of shit. But when they burn down his business, he breaks down and he spills the truth that when he came to Liberty City, he had nothing. He had to work from the ground up. He collected money, and then he was sleeping in his office before he got the apartment. And yeah, I have to admit, I as the player was kind of taking it all for granted. But yeah, Roman actually made something of himself from nothing. But Nico, we had Roman when he came here. We had connections. We had the business. We had the apartment. We had somewhere to sleep. So that was really good. Again, his relationship with Mallory, I think, could have been fleshed out just a bit more, but I think he's still good. And he doesn't grow as a character. I mean, as a person, because his fatal flaw is obviously his gambling addiction, and I guess his addiction to pleasure in general. He's a very hedonistic kind of guy. And he doesn't grow out of that, but he kind of pays the price for it if we make the correct choice. I mean, incorrect choice, I guess. That's why I think he's really great. He's an S tier character. But Ray is just amazing, so he's below that. UL Paper guy, he's alright. He's just, he's kind of like a lesser version of Mike Torino from GTA San Andreas. Someone, wait, let me just place him first. Yeah, I think he's gonna go here. Yeah, he's someone who's in the good forces, but he has to get his hands dirty from time to time. But it's not like McCreary where he's doing it just for his own good. He's doing a service to the community, but he's getting his hands dirty at the same time. But he's not as lovable as Mike Torino, because Mike Torino, it seems like I can't say for sure, but it seemed like he did care for Carl. But this guy, UL Paper guy, although he helped Nico, it didn't really seem that he cared too much for Nico. There didn't seem an actual connection between them. Whereas Mike Torino, it seemed like he wanted to guide CG a bit. But yeah, that doesn't mean that this guy is a bad character. It just means that his role was kind of limited. So that's why he's in B over here. That I think is a good first villain. He's very annoying, very unlikable. That's why he's going to go in B. He's not a bad character, but he's not a great character either. Yeah, good first villain. He's going to be over here. Okay, these are side characters and they're not really interesting. And also, Brian, he gave me my first favorite quote. You must have the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That is a healthy attitude. He gave me that, and I also like that when we crash a car, when he's in it, he says, "Fuck your mother, buddy." So I like him, but can I put him in B? Over Mallory? Yeah, I can. Cherry's, she's pretty. I don't know. This kind of like the problem I talked about with Bernie, where it seems like a bit out of character for Nico to say the things he does. He immediately jumps to Cherry's aid when she says that her boyfriend hit him. Whereas Nico is kind of a jagged person. It doesn't seem like he would be so eager to help people or driven by emotion immediately unless push comes to shove. So I didn't think that interaction was that good, but it was just world building. So she's not horrible. Worse than Dwayne. Yeah, I'm gonna put her here actually. No. I talked about that. This was what role the characters needed to fulfill and how well they fulfilled them. So Dwayne had bigger shoes to fill, that's why he's lower. She had lesser shoes to fill, that's why she's higher. This guy is good. And I don't think I would put most strangers in higher categories. But this was interesting. If you spare his life, then he would come back and bite you in the ass. That's interesting, but not too interesting. So he's there. Oh, the crazy guy. Again, it just doesn't make sense that Nico would get into a vehicle with this crazy ass motherfucker by his side. So, but he's at least portrayed very well. He has a character. He's not like Chase, who's kind of forgettable. He's a crazy guy, and I'm not I've never studied psychiatry, psychology, so I don't know how true his characterization is, but it felt very true. That's why he gave me the creeps. That's why he's gonna be here. Okay, I actually don't remember much about Soboho, so I'm gonna put him here. Even better than Manny, I think. So, Hosan doesn't have much to him, but when we meet him later in Liberty City, it does feel like we are meeting a long lost friend. That's why I'm gonna put him here, maybe even above this guy. Yeah, it just I don't know what's wrong with me because we don't get to know him at all. Nico gets to know him, but still, when we meet him, it feels like we met a long lost friend. That's why he goes here. Then Mikhail Foston's wife. I think she's good. She is what Katie wants to be. Not romantically towards Nico, but she's kind of she gives Nico a moment of grace in a world full of evil. When we first meet her, she tells him that he must not give up hope, and it doesn't feel forced. And later, when we meet her, her life has become even more of a hell. She doesn't have Faustin anymore, and her daughter. I'm not having Faustin may be a blessing in disguise, but her daughter is still going about the wrong ways. So she has a tough life, but she stays positive, and for that, I'm gonna put her. No, I can't put her above Michelle. No, wait, Michelle can be. Yeah. 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 This is good. Then, who's this guy? Ivan. You and Ivan had little kiss. This guy is also gonna go in BRC. I don't actually remember what we do when we meet him later. I think he's happy that we spared his life, and then he's selling some cheap shit somewhere, I think. I'm gonna put her in C. It's pretty forgettable. This guy, murder guy, also goes in C, not because he's forgettable, but again, why would Nico get in the car with this guy at all? Okay, this guy is. Oh no, yeah. He's memorable, but his end is memorable for the wrong reasons because he just kind of gets whacked out of the story. So yeah, he's in C definitely. Marnie, again, a character like I don't know her name, like Mrs. Faustin, like what Katie wanted to be. She brings out the fatherly or brotherly side of Nico. He helps her out. We get to hear his humanity makes sense. This is the right way to do it because she's from similar background to him. She came to the land of opportunity from, I don't know if it's the Balkans or from somewhere in the Middle East, and she found only regret here. So Nico's sympathy towards her really makes sense. That's why he's gonna be better than Nosa Johnny. Yeah, I'm gonna put her. Maybe even, yeah, she has to be better than Gracie and Ancelotti. Better than Vlad, yeah. Yeah, this is good. Then Mickey, I think, yeah, the drunk guy at the bar. I don't remember anything about him. He's forgettable, but he's not. He's not going to go in D. He's going to go somewhere here. Yeah, I actually get confused between these two. So I think, yeah, Mickey goes on about how great the American life is, and yeah. Oh yeah, he has quit drinking, but after we finish his mission, he kind of goes on that maybe I should take a bit of a drink. Then this guy, Pathos is his name, if I remember correctly. I couldn't remember it last time I recorded, but I think it's Pathos, and yeah, his story is pretty good. It's not very emotional, but it's a kind of a riff on actual rappers where he gets shot and then it might be his chance to really rise up in the rap game. That's why I'm gonna put him. Okay, I'm gonna change this thing a bit. I'm gonna put him here, and Hosan is gonna go above Johnny. But yeah, below Pathos. Yeah, that's fine. Batman is pretty good. Again, he's mostly good because of Jacob's relationship to him, which we find out through Jacob without Batman in the scene. When we do get to see Batman, he's kind of a joke where he speaks too much like a Rasta man, and then Nico has to have Jacob translate it for him. And then later in the side mission, he's just a tough guy, kind of capable. So he's all right. I think he's below Hassan. Yeah, because Hassan he's kind of like the truth of what Nico's life would have been if it wasn't for Roman, I think, and if he wasn't a protagonist and had plot armor and was a hardened criminal, whatever. But this girl, this girl who's divorced and tells her ex-husband that she's sleeping with Nico, and she's whatever. Just there to flesh out the world, but it makes sense why Nico would help her out, because she's not threatening like this crazy ass killer. But she's also not as memorable as him, so here. Then I should have deleted this guy. He's nothing. No one deserves to be there with Dimitri, so it's this guy. I haven't dated her, so she's gonna be here. Yeah, of him at least, because at least I know that he has a role in GTA 4, the base game, and he doesn't, so that is it. I think I've managed to yap a bit less. But I don't know. You guys tell me how I did. No, please don't. Tell me only if I did good. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But this is the internet, so whatever goes. I don't really care if I don't care about any type of comment I get, because it's all engagement. I have fun. Unless it's just don't make it weird. But let me know what you guys think about GTA 4 characters. What do you think about my list? Because I can be a bit insecure or shy about the way I speak, but I know my list is 100% on the spot, and I think I've given you guys valid reasons for most of my placements, for all my interesting placements, like putting Ray up there and putting Nico a bit below than what most people would have expected. So there I don't have any problem, especially with, with putting Dimitri down here. So let me know what you guys think about the fuck that. Tell me about what characters you like and what characters you don't like. Obviously you can't make a tier list down in the comments, but you can talk about who are your favorite characters, maybe top 5, bottom 5, or maybe just one favorite character, one least favorite character. Just let me know. Whatever, say whatever you want, man. And if you like the video, please like my video. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Then if you want to consume more of my content, you should check out my other content, because that's what I really want to focus on. This is there. Just let YouTube know that I'm serious about this shit, man. But if you like this too, then please subscribe, turn on notifications, and good day to you. Thank you, and bye bye.